The social worker today told me that I look like a very creative person. I want to know what that means. Hi everybody! I hope you didn't miss me too terribly much last week. I know that there was only 2 videos. I really had intended on there being more, but it just didn't work out that way for me. So, I got my wisdom teeth out. I'm sorry I did that. So anyway, I had my wisdom teeth out. I should have gotten them out like 10 years ago. They were super bad. So, I had one of them removed already in like an emergency surgery situation. This one was, this was like actual surgery. So I went in, well, first of all, my appointment was at 8:30 and they called me and they were like, the doctor is in surgery at the hospital. Can you come in an hour? And I'm like, I guess. So somebody had an accident and the oral surgeon had to come and fix their jaw, apparently. Because the guy who did my surgery isn't like a dentist. He's like a maxillary oral surgeon. So I went in and they strap you to a chair. They strap your legs and your arms down and they put heart monitors on you. And then he injected the anesthesia into me because I got knocked out. So like 1 minute he was talking to me and talking to the nurses, and then the next minute I was waking up. So I have no memory at all of falling asleep, but that's okay. You wake up and your mouth is full of gauze because you have to like bite down on the gauze to keep pressure and to help stop bleeding and to get your blood clots, make sure that they stay and form in place, because that what protects your bone while your skin is healing. So I know this is all super gross, but I really wish that someone had talked and told me about the process before I had a tooth removed, because I feel like I would have been a lot calmer about it if I knew what I was expecting. So after that, I woke up. They kept saying, sweetheart, we need you to open your eyes. Sweetheart, we need you to open your eyes. And the light in there is like the light in here. It was so bright. And I did not want to open my eyes, like even a little. So then they wheeled me into like the relaxation room. So it's with an upright chair because you got to keep your head propped up. And they brought my boyfriend in so that he could sit with me. And he said that I was just sitting there like this, which I 100% believe because the lights were so bright. And every like 10 minutes, someone would come in and pull the gauze out of my mouth and put new gauze in my mouth. So before they let me go home, they asked me what 10 times 10 was, 3 times 3, and what negative or what 0 minus 3 was. So I had to answer all 3 of the questions before they would let me go home. But they did. They let me go home and I got to the couch where I stayed like for the whole day, eat pudding. You're not allowed to drink from a straw for 24 to 72 hours after your surgery, depending on what your doctor says. When I had my first wisdom tooth out, they said 24 hours, but my oral surgeon said 72 hours. So I waited the 72, I think I actually waited 4 days to drink from a straw. And because it can pull out your blood clot, and then you get something called dry socket, which you don't ever want to get. I've never gotten it, and I'm 7 days out from my surgery now, so I think that like my sutures have started to fall out, so I think that I'm safe. But I understand that it is like the worst pain of your life. So then after that, all you have to do is heal. I ended up having to take steroids for soft tissue inflammation, penicillin, because they usually give you an antibiotic afterwards just to help fight off. And then they gave me 2 different forms of pain medicine. They gave me high-level acetaminophen Tylenol, it's called Norco, which I did not take. and they gave me Motrin 800, which I took a few of because it's 4 Motrins basically. That is basically it. So then you relax, you heal, and you hang out, and then you have sutures in your mouth, and that's probably the worst part, is the sutures, because it feels like you have a mouthful of fishing wire when they start. See, I just play with them constantly. I'm just like, oh, it's real attractive and classy looking, and I don't even realize I'm doing it half the time. But you can feel them. So, you know when you eat and it feels like you got like food back here and you're like trying to suck it out? The class, I'm a class act. It feels like that, but it's sutures, so you can't suck it out because it initially hurts, and then once it stops hurting, it's just there, and they get real, like, as your gums heal and come together, they start to get real, like, flopsy and loosey-goosey, and then you're chewing and you have one in your mouth. So if teeth stuff grosses you out, I hope you stopped watching this. Let's see, 6 minutes ago. So I'm 7 days out from my surgery, and I think that I am healing really good, and everything seems to be coming together really nice. The only problem is that the steroids raise my blood pressure quite a bit. So I have to maybe have to see a doctor about that. We'll see. So now I'm off the steroids, so hopefully just, you know, get some exercise, drink some water, calm down, and I think that it'll probably, I've had high blood pressure in the past and it's always come down on its own. So we'll see. I know that's no good for me, but hopefully it'll be all right. So that's where I've been. So we can get back to a regular posting schedule, sort of. I didn't film anything last week. Oh. So, and I'm trying to save money because I'm getting a tattoo on Friday because okay, so I have this like tiny face on my arm and it's real janky. Like half the ink is out of it and the lines are super weird and uneven, and so I'm getting it. I think the tattoo artist, you guys are gonna come with me hopefully. The tattoo artist said we're editing it. So it's a Gengar face, it's a Pokemon face, so it's gonna be like the whole Gengar and then flowers, I think. But it's gonna be a little bit in my elbow, and I'm real concerned about the pain. But I'll survive. I always do. And I also want to go thrift shopping this week because I think that I'm gonna cosplay for Motor City Comic Con as Lottie from Animal Crossing. So I need to find a burgundy blazer. So y'all will be coming along with me on that. I need to figure out some other stuff to do. I really want to do some DIY videos, so we may try and DIY something this week. I found this really neat book that I had that's all full of like mobiles, so maybe we'll put one together. Anyway, so that's the update. That's what's going on. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Like it if you like me. Also, check me out on Instagram because that is where I spend a predominant amount of my time. And I love following people on Instagram, and I love being super nosy about your life. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.